Hello everybody, how are you? This is so funny because there's this, right where I'm parked, there's a puddle of water and the sun is hitting it perfectly, reflecting it onto my face, which is my excuse for why I look so weird in this video, right? That must be why I look so weird. That must be what's going on. Can you guys see this hat? Look at this. This is so cool. Isn't that cute? That's really adorable. It's got a cute little trucker. A little tiny trucker struggling to see over the steering wheel. Just like me. I had to have it. I had to go buy it. So now I've got my little tiny trucker hat. Man, he's adorable. That guy is cute as hell. Yeah, that looks like me trying to drive the truck. Hello everyone, how are you? I guess before I get into this, I have to go on an apology tour, okay? All right, here goes my apology tour. I'm sorry, you guys. I apologize to you for what you might be asking. I actually screwed up the last video. Bad, really bad. And I even remember saying at the beginning I was going to forget everything that I meant to talk about because the last video was supposed to be a discussion about what we together have accomplished over the last year and sort of what the goals are for the next year. But you know what I did instead? Is I hyper-focused on the stupidity of a lot of people on the internet, and I spent 40 minutes ranting and raving about that, and that was the entire video. But it was fun, guys. Don't get me wrong, it felt really, really good to just get that off my chest and finally just like call out the bullshit in sort of like a funny way in a video that you guys enjoyed. So I want to say I'm sorry that I screwed up my video. We'll cover all that stuff today. And I also wanted to say thank you. Thank you so much to everybody that got that video. Sometimes I feel like I'm just like talking, but I'm not making any sense. You guys understood what I was doing there. We were just making fun of it. I wasn't in my feelings. I wasn't like upset about the way people talk to me. I was just like, you know what? I'm going to make fun of this shit because, you know, there's a lot of loudmouths that comment on the internet and everybody says, oh, just ignore them and all that. What if every once in a while we just made fun of how fucking goofy they are? Would that be okay? Because everybody just lets them slide, right? Let's say all these weird trolls just like talk their shit and everybody just like, oh, just ignore it. Nah, make fun of them every once in a while. We'll have a few laughs at their expense. And that was the whole point once the video was over. So thank you guys for understanding that I wasn't being an emotional wreck. I wasn't in my feelings. I mean, a little bit. Obviously, I was very passionate about the topic, but I felt the need to make fun of that stuff, and you guys seem to be along for the ride, so thank you. I appreciated that. So, the stuff we didn't cover in the last video was actually the more important stuff, the stuff that I meant to talk about. Last year, because as the video was supposed to be about, the last year, I came back to YouTube and I restarted this channel. And I have to say, that was one hell of a year, my friends. That was one hell of a year. As here's what we accomplished on the channel. Here's what we accomplished. It's almost 6,500 subscribers, somewhere in there, in a year in trucking. That's really impressive. That is really, really good. We were on pace for about 8,000 by the time that year came, but then the holidays hit and all the cold weather and all that stuff, and it kind of slowed down. But I can't even be mad about 6,500 subscribers in the first year. And the more important metric, we did like 730-some thousand views in the first year of the existence of this channel. So I guess we're doing something right around here, right? The sun is just right in my eyes, and it's like I could close the curtain. Well, let me close one curtain. Let me close one curtain. I do got to get back on the road soon because I've kind of been screwing around all day today. just because. Not really. I mean, I haven't been like, that didn't fucking help, did it? I didn't do anything. Maybe that's a little better. I can see now. That's pretty cool, I guess. It turned out it was me looking back at me, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. But anyways, I've kind of been dicking around today. I went and got a haircut. Look, huh? Look at that thick head of hair on this 40-year-old man. Can you believe that? But I have to get the sides shaved off. Yeah, that's right. We're talking beauty today. Right? We're talking hairstyles today. I have to get the sides shaved off because it's so damn thick. It's very hot. It's very hot. So we got that all butchered off. and walked around the Iowa 80. I was going to get a mattress for the truck because this one the company gave me is just like falling apart. It's getting really bad already, and I've only had it for a few months maybe. But mattresses are $600. So I'll come back and do that some other time. I mean, it's a business expense, easy, but I don't really have the $600 to spend on a mattress right now. But anyways, I'm cutting it close on this load, but we'll be okay. We'll get it figured out. It's going into Chicago though at 7:30 at night, so I don't want to get there too early and just sit in traffic, rush hour traffic. So we'll be fine. We'll be fine. No big deal. Anyways, we accomplished a lot of really, really cool things over the last year, and there were a lot of fuck ups too. I think if I were to look back, some of the things I really screwed up on was going into a lease purchase that was on the spot market, when the spot market's just really, really fucking bad right now. The company I was working for had no contract freight at all. And then I went into back to company, which wasn't the worst decision ever, but going into entertainment trucking was probably a really bad decision for me. I'll probably do a whole video on why I didn't like entertainment trucking, but that was probably a really bad decision, and I think it set me back on a long ways on a lot of different goals. Working towards my goal in trucking, and also working towards my goal with YouTube, because honestly those weren't very good videos, because I was always worried about what am I allowed to record, what will get me in trouble, and I didn't want to get fired, and then I got fired anyways. So they weren't very good videos. So I think that whole period, it was only a couple months, doing the entertainment trucking was really, really bad for me in general, the whole picture. So those are definitely the things I fucked up. And then I had a few emotional outbursts here on YouTube where I have removed those videos now, because I don't want that to be what this channel's about. What I want this channel to be about is for you guys to have a good fucking time. Like, you guys don't know how much that fucking matters to me, right? This is probably not my funniest video that I've ever made right now. I don't really have any jokes prepared for you. It's just, we're just talking today. But it's so cool to me, the amount of people that understand what I'm doing on YouTube, because the people that don't understand are always the fucking loudest, right? They're bitching and crying about everything I said. Who knew that truckers were so soft these days? You can't tell a few jokes about what a Prime driver or a Western Express driver or a fat fuck driver or whatever without somebody getting very emotional over it. And it's ridiculous. As you guys know, that's a very ridiculous thing. But to you, those of you, even when the joke applies to you, if you're one of those things that sometimes I like to make fun of, you realize that the joke isn't about you, that I'm not attacking you as a person. I'm just telling my story. And that is the biggest thing I love about doing YouTube, is just like ranting and raving and not having a care in the world about what somebody's going to think about it, but seeing all you guys in the comments like laughing and joking and having a good time with the shit that I say. That's what I fucking love about doing YouTube, because that's always been my fucking problem in life. My brand of humor is very hit and miss, right? Like if that joke hits for you, like you're like, that was a funny fucking joke, then you probably like it quite a bit, right? I'll have people that will watch my channel for years, and they'll think all the shit I say is fucking hilarious, right? Oh my god, this guy is so fucking funny. And then I tell that one joke that they're like, wait, no, that kind of like resembles me. And then they make the joke about them, and then they have a personal vendetta against me, and they're really pissed off at me because I dared to make a joke that was not about them, but they're so, I don't know, self-centered that I must have been attacking them, right? Well, this applies to my real life also. You do not know the amount of friends and family members I have pissed off just from like making some fucking jokes, just fucking around, right? Yeah, maybe sometimes they're a little harsh. I will concede that, absolutely. But when I make those jokes, I'm not like thinking of you on the other side of the camera and that you're going to take this joke personally. What I hope is that you realize I'm not attacking you and you laugh about it, but that doesn't always work. It doesn't always fucking work at all, as you guys have seen. But it's always a little bit jarring to me when it's like there will be people that have been like watching my channel for 3 fucking years, always commenting, fucking having a good time, laughing at all the other jokes that don't apply to them, but one fucking joke and they fly off the fucking handle about what a piece of shit I am. Next thing you know, they're over there on their channel making videos about old shitty this guy truck said this, and I'm greatly offended. I don't care anymore, right? I don't get it. When you get offended, what happens? I don't understand. I don't get it. What do you want me to do, right? I'm getting a little bit sidetracked again, so let me try to rein it in here a little bit. So those are the things we've accomplished over the last year as far as the channel goes. In trucking, gotta be honest with you, I didn't accomplish much of anything. It was a really bad fucking year. I lost focus quite a few times on what the actual goal is in trucking, and it's caused me to really make some poor decisions. But keep in mind, I was coming into trucking once again after taking a little hiatus from it, like completely flat fucking broke. So you guys know how it is, right? You've all been flat fucking broke before, I'm sure of it. Most of you, I'm sure you have. When you're like desperate to get ahead, it leads to making really bad decisions with finances and with jobs and things like that, because you're like, I fucking need something to happen right now. Then panic sets in and you fuck up a lot. So I really probably didn't do myself many favors with trucking this year. I wish I would have. You know what? I guess we'll just do it again, right? It's just a do-over. So I have not decided what my plan is for trucking in the future entirely, right? I understand that lease purchase is not the ideal way to be a trucker. It's not the worst thing ever, though. I'm in what I consider to be a very manageable lease purchase because I don't have a set amount that I pay every week. I have my fixed cost. Yes, I know what they are, but I don't know off the top of my head. It's like 100, maybe it's 300 something a week, my fixed cost. Somewhere between 100 and 300 is my fixed cost, right? Now, everything else is a variable cost, including the truck payment, because I pay 23 cents per mile that I put on the truck, and that's my truck payment every week, which to me makes it sound very manageable because I'm actually, believe it or not, guys, I'm going to take some home time at the end of this month, right? And since the truck will just be parked, I won't be racking up any bills on it because it will just be sitting there. So I feel like I'm in a very manageable lease purchase. And I've kind of been going back and forth in my head because this, once the truck hits 750,000 miles, 750,000 miles on the truck, I hand the company $1 and they hand me a title. Now, a lot of people go, Josh, that's so stupid, because by the time you're done, I think I've bitched about this before, but by the time you're done, you have a truck with all those miles on it. Yeah, that's how the whole thing works, everything. If you're leasing a truck, if you're financing a truck, by the time you pay it off, you will have a truck with miles on it, because regardless of if you're leasing or financing a truck, the way you pay the truck payment is by driving the fucking truck, right? So I don't think I quite understand the rationale with that. Of course it's gonna have miles on it. I'm a truck driver. I don't know what kind of money some of you guys make, but I ain't got money to finance a truck, do a lease purchase on the truck, and park it in the driveway while I wait till it's paid off. That way, when it's paid off, I have a brand new truck with no miles on it. I don't know how successful you think my YouTube channel is, but it's definitely not that. Definitely not that. So I go back and forth. Here's the reason that I want to lease purchase, and I'm not asking for you guys to accept my reasoning. I'm just explaining, right? Because, well, you watch my channel, so maybe you want to know what goes on behind these beady little eyes right here, right? What's going on in my head. And the reason that I want to lease purchase, or I am in a lease purchase, is because it puts you in control of the tax money, right? What normally is taken out when you're a W-2 employee comes directly to your bank account. In that case, then you set whatever hits your bank account. I always set aside 30%. That goes into a savings account, right? And that is supposed to be for tax purposes. I put that in quotes not because I'm suggesting tax evasion, but because business expenses are just as good as paying taxes, but they're even better for you, because if you make a bunch of business expenses, you should be investing in your business and expanding on that in some way or another, right? I think that makes sense. Makes sense to me. So here's my point. If I keep running, these 2 months have been rough for everyone with the weather and shit like that. But if I keep running this year the way I've been running for the last year, then it stands to reason that when we get to around December, I should have $30,000 that was all set aside for that tax money. Now that's a really good fucking down payment on another truck if I wanted to go into financing a truck instead. But I go back and forth. I don't know what I want to do, and that's what I need to figure out. Now, obviously, financing the truck is probably better, right? But here's where I struggle. What broke me last time was all the maintenance cost on my truck that I financed. Here, there is no maintenance cost. Now, it's a weird system here. It's very weird. Most people know in most lease purchases, you have a maintenance fund where they take 5 cents a mile, 10 cents a mile, and they set it in your own personal maintenance fund, right? And then you can keep track of how much is in there and then get stuff fixed on the truck as it comes up. And it's only for the maintenance of the truck. Now, this company does it a little bit different. I'll explain. Some people will hate this. I don't mind it. Every lease operator in this company pays into the maintenance fund, and it is a pool of everyone's money, which means at the end of the lease you have no money in a maintenance fund, nothing whatsoever. It just all went in there from every lease operator. Now, I understand the negative of that. People say, Josh, when you leave that lease, you'll never get your maintenance fund back. Well, I have been around trucks for long enough to know that one way or another, that truck is going to get that money either way, right? So the beauty of this lease right here, in my opinion, I'm not trying to sell you a fucking lease. I don't care what you do. The beauty, in my opinion, is we all pay into this big fucking pool and we have no clue how much is in it. But anything that needs to get fixed on this truck, we call them up. We say, hey, I need this fixed. They talk about if it's better to get us to the yard or if we should do it on the road or what have you. And we get no bill, no stress whatsoever about if I have money in my maintenance fund. It is their fucking responsibility to make sure everything gets fixed on this truck. So with all that in mind, knowing that maintenance is what broke me the last time that I bought a truck, would it be better for me to just ride this out for the next 3 years or whatever that I have to pay on it, and then I have a truck title with no payment, but I have a high mileage truck at 750,000 miles, which obviously I'm going to have to pay for repairs after that point. But we should get some pretty major maintenance covered by the company before that 750,000 miles, right? So I don't know what the goal is with trucking is the fucking point. I know that I'm going to keep doing it, but I don't know necessarily that financing is the right move for me unless I've got, besides that $20,000 down payment, another 20 grand set aside to make sure any maintenance is covered as it comes up, right? I am nowhere near that. I am nowhere near ready for that kind of thing to happen. So I don't know what the goals are for trucking. Here's the goals for YouTube. Okay, because I do have much more clearly defined goals for the YouTube channel. The first goal, keep making you motherfuckers laugh, right? Keep giving you guys something to enjoy while you're on the road or while you're in your cubicle or what have you, right? I want to be really, really careful when I'm having a bad day to not get on here and just make whining ass videos, because I used to do that. And sure, I understand that you guys probably want to know me as a person and everything I'm going through and all those things, but nobody wants to tune into a YouTube video where we're all having a fucking hard time and listen to another guy bitch about how he's having a hard time. So maybe you guys have noticed there's days where I'm just not in the fucking mood, so I don't even record a video. I just say, well, it's gonna have to miss this time, right? I want to be obviously much bigger on YouTube, but I want for this to be a place where you guys can go and just laugh and have a good time and apparently get offended and make videos about how offended you are. That's a thing too. You know, that's the guy I want to be known as on YouTube. Like, hey, I can tune into this dude. I can kind of forget about my bullshit for a half hour and listen to what he's got to say. And then when that's over, I can dwell on my bullshit again. But I want to make good, entertaining videos for you guys. And I understand I'm just a guy that talks, right? But hey, that's where my gift is, right? My gift isn't in getting you nice shots out here. I don't own a fucking drone. I don't want to have videos with a bunch of stock music playing while I drive down the road or anything like that. Not saying that there's anything wrong with that video style. It's just not my style. And gotta be honest, I think there's only one me with my style. Who else can just rant and rave for 40 fucking minutes sometimes, right? I think there's just one me, and I want to be your source for whatever bullshit I'm recording here, you know? I want to be known as that guy, that funny motherfucker that you never know what the fuck's going to come out of his mouth. And the reason I say that is because I have learned something, a very, very good lesson about doing YouTube. Let me try to explain it as best I can. I don't give a fuck. I do give a fuck about YouTube, right? But I do give a fuck about all the people that come here and enjoy my videos. I do absolutely give a fuck about all that. But what I don't care about anymore is being concerned about who's going to be upset, who's going to be offended by this. Is another person that I thought was friendly to me for the last 3 years gonna like have a fucking meltdown in my comment section? And I don't want to fucking worry about that anymore, right? Because that's just the reality of doing this shit on YouTube, is somebody's going to get upset, and I don't want to concern myself with that any fucking more. It's not my problem. If I'm being completely fucking honest with you, it's not my problem, and it would be my problem. It would be my problem if it was like just isolated to me. Like, this guy Trucks makes videos that piss everyone off, but it's not isolated to me. It's everybody that does anything. Stand-up comedians, movie stars, you know, actors, actresses, musicians, you name it, other internet personalities. Nobody can do a goddamn thing without somebody getting their fucking panties in a bunch. And who gives a fuck anymore? Are we going to continue to coddle all these whiny fucks because they couldn't handle something that they willingly chose to watch on the fucking internet? Fuck them. Fuck them is what I say, right? That's what I say. So I want to just continue to do what the fuck we do around here, right? I want to continue to just be myself and understand the thing that I have to come to terms with in my brain is I am putting myself out there, but a lot of people aren't going to like that, and that's fine. I don't care. I used to spend so much time concerned about if people were going to like me or not like me, that there was a time where I was making, and this was on the old channel, Opie, who pointed out that sometimes I mention old channel a little bit too much, I guess. But on the old channel, I was so fucking worried about people getting upset at my videos that I was making scared videos, basically. Like, I was like, okay, I gotta make sure I don't say anything I'm not allowed to and all this shit. Who the fuck is telling me what I'm allowed and not allowed to say? Who the hell do you think you are telling me? I'm 41 fucking years old, you know? And like, I just say what's on my mind, and none of it's intended to offend you on a personal level. I always have people asking me, Josh, can you work on not saying goddamn in your videos? And the answer is, fuck no, I can't. Fuck no, I can't work on not saying goddamn in my videos anymore. I am perfectly okay with you being religious. If you are a very religious person, or even a little bit religious person, I believe that is your choice to be religious. Fucking have at it, right? Do what you need to do. I am in no way religious, right? So you being offended by the words goddamn means you cannot say the words goddamn. It does not apply to me. It has nothing to fucking do with me, all right? I will not change my vocabulary. I will not change my word choice because somebody is requesting in the comments that I do so. I'm not fucking going to. I've had enough of all that. I just want to make my fucking videos, all right? Does that sound good to everyone? I hope it does. I hope it does. I had some Ice Road Karen pissed off. You remember the video I did where I had to chain up and I titled it Ice Road Truckers? Obviously, I knew I wasn't ice road trucking. You know why I gave it that title? I'm going to tell you why. Because it's a very searchable title. That's fucking why. That's why it says ice road truckers on it. You know, I drive the real ice roads, and you flatlanders down there, you don't even know what an ice road is. And I am greatly offended that you have called this video Ice Road Truckers when you're just on a little mountain down south. Fuck off, lady. Fuck off. I don't care that you're greatly offended by the name of my fucking title of my video. That is the point. That is the biggest goal on YouTube. I may be delusional, my friends. I may be delusional, but I think I got what it takes, okay? Maybe I'm wrong. But believing in yourself is the first fucking step, right? And I believe that I have what it takes to bring in, at some point, millions of subscribers to this channel just to hear me talk just like this about what the fuck's going on in my life. Hey, if I end up being wrong, I end up being wrong, but I'm not gonna fucking act like it's not a possibility, right? Don't know where I was going with that, but that, I gotta get back on the road before they start calling me. It's getting real close. That is the goal of the YouTube channel going forward, to be entertaining, to make the videos I want to make without any care in the world about if some shithead is going to be upset by what I said on the video. These videos are not made for the people that don't like them. That is a dumb business model. I ate Taco Bell and now I'm belching a little bit. These videos that I make are for the real motherfuckers that like the videos, that understand my humor, that understand that I'm not a malicious person, but I'm going to use that joke anyways, whatever that joke may be. And if it's because some fat fuck trucker was being a fat fuck trucker, then fuck that fat fuck trucker. We're going to make that joke, right? And if you're a fat fuck trucker, but we're cool, you're still one of the homies. Who says you can't be a fat fuck and still be one of the homies? What's wrong with that? I don't understand. You guys are the ones making up the weird rules. I think we can be friends still, right? But there ain't nothing in the world wrong with being a fat fuck trucker. You might get called out on it every once in a while. What are we going to do about it, right? Anyways, guys, I got to get rolling. Those are kind of more what I wanted to talk about. Like, just the goals going forward. I don't know what I'm doing with trucking. I have not fucking decided. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But I know damn well what I want to do with YouTube. And I want y'all to take that ride with me, if you don't mind, as we continue on. It's you guys. You know, I can put out all the videos I want, but I need you guys here watching them. That's the part that fucking matters. It's easy to believe in yourself, but when you get thousands of other people that believe in you too, that's a cool motherfucking feeling. I gotta go, guys. We'll see you next time now. Bye.